How you doing? You're listening to Rated G, the brand new podcast. This is our first podcast. My name is Garcia. I'm your host. Chilling with me today is the Rustin Bluez Rap Pack, my boys, my fam, and we're gonna get things popping. It's basically gonna be a podcast of just bullshit that we think of. We talk so much crap, we figured we put it down. Welcome to the club, people. You know what I'm saying? It's inspired today by high strength rum and blue dream and green crack. We got no sponsors, but we got a bunch of inspiration. So here today is the rap pack. Let me introduce you to my boys, the Rustin Bluez Rap Fam, Rap Pack. Got my boy Carlito here.
What's going on,
the great
people?
Carlito, also my lead guitarist in the Rustin Bluez Band.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, baby?
Doing good, brother. Doing
Glad
good.
you're here. On the side of him, we got my boy Mark the Rat.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
One of my closest friends from first grade. Been through a lot of drama together, a lot of shit, done a lot of drugs.
Allegedly.
Listen, that was a long time ago. Allegedly.
Yeah, he's got to be the lawyer's son.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Got my man Polo on the side of him. Polo.
Allegedly Polo as well.
Polo is the most handsome man we know.
Twice, two-time world handsomest, two-time world handsomest.
Two-time world handsomest man we know.
One time in South America, that was impressive.
That was impressive. It's hard to pull it off in South America. And of course, the man on my right, back with us again, is Leo. Moved to Puerto Rico for a little while, then realized he missed his boys and came back.
And he's gay.
I live without my family.
Came back to change man.
Came back a changed man.
With a little bit of tan.
You know. Still don't speak fucking Spanish.
La punto yo.
So anyway, like I said, you know, we hang around a lot, we chill, we talk, and I noticed that when we do, I always got my neighbors hanging out the windows listening to the things we say, so we figured we would take them thoughts and just share them with you, the public. But, you know, this show comes with a warning. You can't unhear things. So, you know, we're completely uninhibited, we're completely unrehearsed and unapologetic. You know, the thoughts and views expressed here today are simply that, thoughts and views, and they're not necessarily mine if I'm not the one saying them. But if I offend you, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I offend people. That's what I do. You know? How y'all fellas feeling, man?
Basically, we'll sum up our podcast with one nice little line. We just haven't found a polite way to say fuck you yet.
That's true. And speaking of that, man, I just want to give a special fuck you to the dude on fucking Grand Central on the way over here while we're picking up my man Peter George in the back doing our sound.
The man.
Thank you very much, Pete.
Available for hire, by the way.
Oh yeah, we was picking him up, coming back, and I just gotta say, I'm just fucking sick of people who leave snow on the top of their fucking roofs. I just wish a brick would fly, would just drop from an overpass and go through your windshield and bash you in the face.
It's the second cause of highway accidents during wintertime, by the way.
I let it pass if it's like, I'll let it pass if you got like a fucking high truck or some shit like that.
That's twice as dangerous.
You know
That's a
what I'm
lot
saying?
more snow.
No doubt, you know, I mean, if you want to have a truck, find a way to get the fuck up there and get the snow off. But if I see a little car, you know, driving around that I could reach the top of, and you got an inch thick of snow, where the fuck do you think that snow is going?
That's true. That's very
That's
true.
what I'm saying. So a special fuck you to that dude that was in front of us. Thank God it didn't fly off a nice big brick of ice and smash me in my adorable face. You know? So, Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year,
It's a new
everybody.
year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
You know?
And y'all
Anybody
grown.
got resolutions? Carl, you got any resolution for the new year?
Oh, man, I don't really have any resolutions this year. I think the only resolution I want to do is make the band play more. We got to get out more, play with more, get more gigs. That's pretty much it.
I think that's a solid one right there.
I just want to be more
definitely-
high.
You want to be more
I
high?
just want to spend more
High
time
life.
high.
Didn't you just stop smoking
I
fucking
know.
weed? Did you just quit?
Dude, what kind
Well, let me tell you something. If you want to get more high,
I know.
I don't think stopping stopping might be the way to do it.
Here's what
That
it
might
is.
be the
Here's
way
what
to
it is.
do it. Stopping
Lower
weed,
your
stop.
tolerance.
Yes, that's probably the way to do
Well,
it.
you know what? That's a good
Faster.
idea, but I'll simplify this even easier. Jump in on the siphon and stop fucking around.
I can't. Man.
We'll resolve your issues real quick.
No.
I got things to
Dude,
take
why do you gotta be? Listen, man, we're like all in our 30s and over. Some actually, you're like what, 25? You're a
I'm
baby.
actually 14.
14.
Legally, I'm 14.
Legally, you're 14. You got the face of a 16-year-old.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, but I think that might be the way actually to get more high is to quit for a while.
I'm working on that.
I haven't been high since I was 14.
You haven't been high since the 14.
Nah, but I smoke every day.
Look at that. Look at that.
Go fucking figure that.
Exactly. You gotta smoke more.
Nah, actually, I think the trick is to smoke,
Smoke
less.
less.
My
It's
tolerance is
fast.
so
It's the
fucking
adjustment.
high.
Gotta smoke fast, bro.
Smoke fast is what I need. The only
that.
problem is if I do that, I might kill somebody in the process of the fast. I'm
Yeah,
I'm too high strung. I got too much stress.
Like leaving Las Vegas type shit.
Well, I was leaving Las Vegas all last year. You know, thank God I didn't. But all last year I was leaving. I was trying to drink myself into like an early stupor. You know, and I just couldn't remember what I was doing all the time. You know.
Oh, man, I left Las Vegas 4 years ago, and I'm still depressed.
You're still depressed? I actually never been to Vegas. I'm not a fucking. I don't gamble.
World traveler?
No, I don't gamble. I like to travel the world. I just don't gamble. I don't like to go places where all there is fucking shit to gamble. I went to Atlantic City a couple of weeks ago. One of the most depressing fucking places on earth.
Hold on.
But,
Here,
but I loved every minute of it. I fucking loved it.
Let me
There was
clarify.
people clean.
Let me clarify, because I lived in Vegas. Vegas is the saddest place on the face of the planet because it is the only place that I have ever seen that you can walk into a casino and they have a machine where you could physically deposit your pay stub and cash out.
Man.
That's how sad that is. And you know what? The next step above that is watching little Filipino housekeepers from the MGM Grand cash in their pay stub knowing she's got 6 little kids at home on a Friday afternoon. I'm like, hold on a second. Hold on a second there, Mariella. Why are you sitting at the craps table with your $448 check just cashed out on a Friday afternoon? Should you not be going to Costco's, a.k.a. BJ's, a.k.a. anything else wholesale and bulk up for those children? Because you're about to blow it on Black 9, and you don't need Black 9 in your life. Black 9 doesn't win that often. It's a 1 in 35. It's 1 in 35, bitch. You don't gamble that much money on 1 in 35.
No, what's funny
That's all I'm saying.
I went there for the first time. You see all the lights. You know, like you go from seeing nothing to like making this shit off the highway, and there's all these lights.
Very un-eco-friendly, by the way.
And I was wondering, the first thing I thought was, do people fucking live here, or is it all just, you know, like people
Nobody
actually
lives
live
on the
there?
strip. They all
actually
watch
fucking
the
live there,
glow
which is
from the
weird.
center.
But it was all these people. I go through and I see all these fucking slot machines, which is just buttons now. You don't even. I wouldn't play one unless it had the slot. Like
They do.
that.
They do, but everybody likes.
I only played the one with the arm. I needed the fucking arm. But also, I just seen everyone clutching to these free vacuums that they gave out. They gave out these free vacuums, and they're clutching when they got in the seat next to them. They got these huge ashtrays filled with cigarettes.
What-
They're
why-
smoking indoors, and I'm like, holy shit! They're still smoking in fucking doors. And then I realized it's really good that people don't smoke indoors anymore, because that shit was just disgusting. Every lady sitting there sounded like she sounded like this.
Sound like you. She sounded like you.
One day I'm gonna hit. I swear I'm gonna hit it big. I hit the $60 the other day. I was so happy. They all sounded like that. It was
It's a
just
600 to get
you
that
know,
60.
Nothing's more inspiring than the lady talking about hitting it big, playing a penny slot machine. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Hitting it big is winning $130 on that machine.
I didn't
That's
go
hitting it
penny
big.
slot. I thought that was too ghetto. But I'm not a high baller no more, so I didn't go into that little room that looks like when you go
Into
in
the
there. I
dollar
guess they give
slot
you.
machine, basically.
I thought they gave you lap dances because they had like a little. But I went to the middle ones, quarters and shit like that, and I was losing.
By the way,
And I was getting
statistically,
ready-
that's the biggest casino earner right there, quarter and dollar machines.
Really? I was
kill
getting
it.
ready to leave, and I saw one that called to me called Spartacus. And I figured it called to me because that's the name of my little boy, my little man.
Your member.
My member. I call him Spartacus. Well, I don't, the ladies call him Spartacus. But I saw Spartacus, and I said, Psh, that's a sign. I gotta fucking play Spartacus. And I did, and I broke even. So that's my
very
fucking.
impressive.
Put it in the clothes
That's my
you
Atlantic
got
City.
for it.
No, I broke even all the. I lost like $60 on all the other ones.
Yeah.
And then I fucking
No,
hit.
all those machines suck. Absolutely rigged statistically so that you lose. The casinos do pay out, but they only pay out realistically about 28%. So the casino's
So the
still
house gotta win.
the casino's still fucking you for about 72%.
I was gonna
So
get
they
free
win.
drinks.
Free drinks.
It wouldn't
And
be
they'll keep plying you with drinks. People were wasted and they
well,
just kept
the
plying
logic
them with
behind it
drinks.
is that drinks are free. There's no clock in any casino that you'll
And you
ever
notice there's
see.
no windows either.
And the women wear nothing with no window, so you don't know what time it
You know
is.
what
You
time
can't
it is.
gauge
He's
it by
there
the
all
sun.
day, gambling,
You're drunk
gambling,
as shit.
gambling.
And all the women keep walking up to you in little Playboy bunny suits, minus the poof on the ass, and
didn't
asking
see-
you if you'd like another
I
drink.
didn't
Of
see
course
that.
you're
I
gonna
didn't-
lose.
I didn't see the bunny shit. I must have been in the wrong. I was in the Tropicana.
Atlantic City.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
in Atlantic
no,
City.
you gotta go to Las Vegas.
I don't want to go to
I'm
Las
talking
Vegas.
about Las Vegas. I live there.
You know, they say everything stays in Las Vegas, but that's not true.
That's a
I know a dude
bull-faced
who
lie.
came back with herpes.
Bull-faced lie.
It never left him. It's still with him for the rest of his fucking life.
It's called reoccurring.
You know, say every time he gets angry, he just remembers Vegas. It pops right the fuck up. Just a beautiful,
Scratches.
beautiful reminder. You know.
Well, I mean,
Beautiful
there's
reminder.
issues there. It's either the scratch and tug, the rub and push, whatever it is, but he remembers that
Although I
place.
was watching Dr. Oz the other day, and he was talking about fucking cold sores, which in case you don't know, that is motherfucking herpes. You know, which 4 out of, I think it's like,
That's
I
a
don't know,
form of
4
herpes.
out of
I think it's
5.
4 out of
I think it's
5.
herpes.
4 out of
Herpes
5,
A.
got
Herpes
it.
A.
Herpes
4 out of 5. I'm a
80
fucking
80+%
I'm
of the
happy to
world
say-
has it.
I'm happy to say I'm a unicorn.
80+% of the world.
Okay,
Except
I am
for
a
Rustin.
unicorn. I do
Me
not
too.
have it.
percent.
Me too.
But you know, I'm not hating you for having it. But I'm just saying they say
You can't do that
lemon
average.
oil or some shit like that. It's called lemon oil. It's like
oil.
some special.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they called it.
Yeah, lemon
Yeah,
oil.
when
From
you
the
feel it
skins,
coming,
the same as the orange
you rub
oil.
that shit on there. It's supposed to get rid of it. Hey, look, Dr. Oz said it. It's gotta be true.
Also, what I've been
Right, I
told
like
a long
fucking
time, and I know
doctors.
this works with cold sores, is applying hand sanitizer.
Hand
Alcohol
sanitizer.
on intervals of anything under an hour realistically dries it up and scales it out within
Really?
the day. So once you start feeling it come, if you apply hand sanitizer every hour or so, it dries very
See
quickly.
that?
Crusty.
Look at that. We're already giving good information. Look at that. This podcast is already helping people. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people listening to it
Definitely need a
have
disclaimer.
fucking cold sores. I just know my people are filthy.
By the way, I
If
have a
they do it,
medical
if you're
degree.
my friends, you're filthy.
By the way, I
Don't
have a
check.
medical degree straight out of Dhaka, Bangladesh. Very affordable, great medical school. You guys would love it.
Online.
And now you serve pizza.
Yeah, Akbal
In a
is
place
a very
called
nice
Gino's, and it's
instructor.
run by nothing but Indians.
They're not Indians ethnically per
In
se.
my country, I was a doctor.
Well, realistically,
I was a surgeon in my country.
I know a lot of Desi community people, and funny thing is that they do pay for their medical degrees. It's the only place in the world where you can go and get a full doctorate and come back licensed in 2 years
You gotta love that.
with $60,000 up front, of course.
You gotta love that.
You
You gotta love that.
You gotta love it.
So my man's been in Puerto Rico. Anyone did any traveling? I want to do traveling, but I have no money. Child support has kept me from doing
Traveling?
anything with my life. I make money, I just don't have money. That's a fucked up
It's the
situation.
story of our life.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah,
here's the thing.
economic
Let's
trade.
clear it up. Let's clear it up for the get-go. You don't need money. You need health and you need love. Everything else is a fucking bonus.
Well, ain't you
Well,
just a regular little
If you want
Buddha?
to go
And
to
this
Puerto
guy-
Rico, you need money.
Well, honestly, it took me
Shit.
$60,000
I wanna
and a
go to
medical degree from
Amsterdam.
Bangladesh to learn that. But
I want to go to Amsterdam. Can I get that on my
let's
love
go.
and good
Let's
looks?
get it done. You know what? We should do a
Colorado.
group Amsterdam get up.
Colorado,
Well,
you
our
gotta go to
inaugural.
Amsterdam.
our
Colorado.
Here's the
Let's
thing.
talk.
Oh,
Let's talk about Colorado.
Let's talk about Colorado.
Let's talk about
Although
Colorado.
Colorado does not offer mushrooms and everything else, I'll tell you the truth.
Right.
Amsterdam does.
I got too many bills for mushrooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, actually, dude, I gotta be honest, man. I had a pretty good trip on mushrooms not so fucking long ago.
Right.
All right, I
I was the
thought
only one sober that
I
day
thought-
in the house. That was fucked
you were the only
up.
one sober.
Nah, man,
I
was
thought
so
honestly,
bad.
I thought.
That was a great day.
I thought
know,
it was gonna be more crazy. I thought I was gonna sit there and automatically start thinking about house bills and that one.
In the corner.
I got a bill the other day from my house from my bank, and it just gave me a list of like it gave me a list of all my payments, and my last payment is $2,054, and I automatically thought the joke's on them motherfuckers. I'm never gonna pay you. You will never have that money.
So
I
how
don't.
old are you gonna be?
I'll be dead.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'll be fucking
who won?
dead. But-
you won. You won.
But then I saw the underlying clause, which isn't written, but it has a big. It said,
It takes
"You
time.
will owe us for the rest of your life."
Gotta pay.
Unless I hit lotto, or a lot of people listen to
No,
this fucking bullshit
the
podcast.
clauses, they don't say past that point. If you look into the unabridged version, which is that underlying small print, if you look into the full version, what they do for the most part is they fuck your relatives with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
They
fuck my
pass your
relatives?
debt
So
on.
if you
But the joke's on them, my
no, you know what it is?
relatives ain't got shit either.
Upon, well, no, you know what it is?
Listen,
no,
if
no,
my
no.
relatives had anything, I would have hit them
No,
up already.
you know
and
what
I
it
wouldn't
is?
owe
From-
all the fucking money.
from my-
Paying it,
from my-
right? That's why you don't want paying
That's
it.
it. How did I
I'll tell
become
you
the
what,
fucking-
G. From
I
my
gotta tell you,
naive, from my
I'm
naive
the
perspective,
success,
it looks
okay?
like
Let me tell you
karma
something,
and it
okay?
levels out. That's
Let
what
me
it looks
tell you
like.
something, okay? I don't know how it happened, but I'm the success, okay? Okay, I'm the fucking success. Your boy has made it.
That's it.
All right. I don't know how I did it, but I'm the one that's reliable. That goes to show you how sad, how sad my fucking my family is.
What was it that your
That-
mom
that I
said that you
became-
said once?
my mother. What did my mother? My mother says
How
a
was
lot
it
of
that
things.
Gary, the one who's the pothead, or what was it?
Oh, I don't know. They're all amazed how I'm the one that's fucking doing the right thing somehow. Not to diss anyone in my family. I love you guys. You all know that. I plan to have you on the podcast. I also
You've
plan,
been included involuntarily.
I plan to lose a lot of friends and female companions.
And gain
doing
many
this
new ones.
fucking thing.
And gain
They
many
gain
new
it.
ones.
But the truth is, do I
You'll
really
gain
want
a lot of
anyone
new
who
friends.
hears me talking on this? Do I really want to gain them? I mean, I'm like, You know, like when you hear me talking some of this shit that I'm gonna like when I did comedy that day.
Well,
and I
this
was
is a
talking about
parallel.
Squirting pussies and shit like that. If any chick would have
It was
walked up to me and
hilarious,
been like, oh my god, you were great, I'd have been like, what the fuck is wrong with this
What's
shit?
in your head?
What is she thinking? Did she not listen to some of the shit I said? What the fuck is wrong with people in this fucking world today?
Maybe she connected with squirting.
Maybe.
She could relate.
Relate to
No,
the
it's
well,
Colorado.
well, realistically,
Oh
this
yeah,
is
we're
a
gonna talk
parallel.
about Colorado. See what happens when you're sponsored by fucking Green Crack?
Well, no,
talking
this is,
about
this is
Colorado.
what it is. Pre-Colorado.
I mean, here's the thing.
This is a parallel. This is a parallel. This may be a podcast. This may be a circle of friends.
Podcast?
This may be
Podcast?
the best thing you've.
This is
This may be the.
podcast.
Yeah, this may be the best thing you've ever heard. But what it really is a circle of trust and honesty. So what you hear is what it really is. Nobody
Okay.
bullshits here.
Okay,
Now Colorado.
Now, see, man, when you're sponsored by Green Crack,
Any medical
yo,
advice given in this program is
I just feel like
Not to be followed.
and high rum.
And high rum.
it's
I
strictly
think.
the opinion of the.
How much is it to get to Colorado? How long is that? How long is that trip?
We're looking at
Driving. If we were to drive.
we're looking at about 36 to 40 hours driving
40 hours?
straight. 36 to 40 straight
Yeah, we got
hours.
1, 2,
36
3,
to 40
4, 5
straight. Trucker
drivers here.
status.
Trucker status, yeah.
Well,
I
I,
think-
mean, realistically, with this many guys sitting in the room, if we rotate 6-hour shifts, we can get there, I believe, in 36 hours straight.
Peter George, if we go to Colorado on a trip to do the podcast in Colorado,
He's got the
are you charging us? Are you charging us per? Now he ain't got a mic, so he's gonna nod his head. Are you charging us per day or just when we do the actual podcast?
Is it a per mile? Is
You
it
know,
per mile?
I mean, we'll give you food,
Just-
water,
He'll say record
blunts,
the whole thing and send it
and send it back to him, right?
They'll mix it down.
I'm suggesting, and
God
I
bless
know it's only our
2013
first
and technology.
podcast.
14.
and I'm guessing we're gonna have a couple of these, but I'm suggesting we do a podcast from Colorado. That we do a fucking like trip out there to Colorado and do a podcast.
should.
I don't know, but you know what, man? Also, check it out, people. If you want to follow us, follow us on our Facebook. We're gonna have the YouTube up and running, and of course, it's up and running if you're hearing this podcast now. But tell all your friends about it. Don't feel free to feel scared to share it. Although, once again, you can't unhear things, so. Maybe you don't want to share with
go
everybody.
back.
Just
maybe
keep
not.
in mind, you might want to listen to 1 through 5 podcasts
Yeah, 1 to
before
5.
you say, "Hey, mom, listen to this."
So the other night, right? My daughter calls me and tells me to check out this fucking documentary called Blackfish.
Oh,
heard of that.
I've looked
What
at
is
it.
it?
I've
What
looked
is
at
it
it
though?
4 times on
What is it?
Netflix. Read
So-
the description, and I really want to see
So I
that
checked
fucking
it out
orca
today.
kill some people, man.
Nah, man, check it out. So it's about hold on a second, because I keep forgetting the
It's
fucking.
about the fish from
my
SeaWorld.
daughter that
the
killed
one
that chick.
orca. No, the one orca that
Okay.
that kept
That-
getting reinstated. It's killed.
Yes.
I believe multiple trainers.
No.
From the description, one
it
or
killed
two.
one trainer, but it's attacked 2.
Oh,
one,
yeah,
one
no,
it
it's-
really fucked
It's
up.
had a couple incidents
and
of
it's
violence.
fucked up. It's
There it
fucked
is.
up. Okay, check it. I asked my daughter the name again. The name is
Blackfish.
Tillicum. That's the name of the fish. That's the orca, Tillicum.
Tillicum.
Yeah, and it's actually a male orca. And what it is this documentary basically shows how SeaWorld and all these other places that have these orcas get the orcas.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
they show how they capture them, which of course, like my daughter was bugging, like, oh my God, Dad, I
Yeah,
can't
watch
believe.
the Cove. It's how
I
they
can't-
capture the
I
dolphin.
want to check that
Well,
shit.
here's
Excellent.
the.
But
Here's
hold on,
the
try to stay focused for 1 second.
well,
So
here's
what
the
it is-
thing.
hold on a second, let me
Dolphins,
finish. So
orcas
they-
are dolphins. They're in the
so-
same family. So have
so
people understand
they're
that they're the
much
second
bigger.
smartest creature on the planet next to human beings.
Yeah, well, they also got a part of
They're
their brain
mammals
that we
and
don't
They
have.
have milk.
Yeah.
Orcas have tits.
And they also have big, huge. We're gonna get into that. I wanna
And
get
the
into that
dolphin,
because there's
the
one thing-
dolphin family on this planet is the only creature aside from human beings that rape. Keep that in mind,
Hold
people.
on a second.
Dolphins rape.
Listen. Let's not
Okay.
hate them on that yet.
No, we don't hate you.
Listen,
That's how
listen.
far advanced they are that
They're
they've
so
gotten
advanced
cynical.
that they're able to slip you a roofie without opposable thumb. Hold on a second. Check this out.
It's a oofy in the orca world.
Oh, okay. So I'm checking this out, and basically, like they have this one dude who he probably used to like fucking smuggle drugs or whatever, and he's saying I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I gotta tell you, when we caught these orcas, because they're so smart that when they started chasing them, they were chasing them in boats and planes, and the males split up from the females and the babies. And the females and the babies went deep under the water, and they split up on a cove, and the males stayed above the water.
Well,
so that
because
they would be
orcas tactic.
chased. So that they would be chased. And what happened was, since they had the planes, eventually they had to come up for air, and they noticed that the babies and the mother were going in the other direction. So they told the boats, and they wound up eventually catching them. And they said that after they caught them, they started taking the babies and the small mothers, and they released the rest, but the rest didn't leave. They all stood there just like bugging out. And this dude's like, I'll tell you, I knew right there we were just kidnapping. It was the worst thing I ever fucking did in my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm watching this, and they get that one fish to kill him, or whatever the fuck his name is. And the poor guy, man, they keep throwing him in these freaking tanks, and he keeps getting abused by the woman. which I wish I was there for him. Because I would have told him, dude, that's just how it is, like women fucking abuse you. But they keep
Real story.
Really, yeah, they keep abusing this poor motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They take these whales and they put them in these fucking tanks and shit, and they bring all these young kids, who are basically fucking idiots, to like train them, and basically this thing was being abused every fucking day, so they get mad when he goes and he lashes back and goes at this. But what I thought was fucking interesting.
That's logical. Let me whip you for 364 days. On the 65th, when you whip me back, it's your fucking problem.
Yeah, well, they killed the whale for being a fucking whale, which they also said that no whale's ever attacked a person. No orca has ever attacked a person outside in the wild. There's no record of that.
No recorded case. No recorded case. There's no recorded case of an orca attack.
In the wild ever. At least that's what they said.
Right.
And this poor guy.
There's been a couple dolphin rapes, though.
This poor guy, like I said, this fucking dolphin rapes go unrecorded a lot of times.
Orcas are in the dolphin family. They're the biggest of the
I'll tell you this: you don't want
to.
No one lives to talk about an orca rape if it happens. That's why I don't know. Because I will tell you this:
their penises come with 3 knives on them.
They use him to be like the stud. You know what I'm saying? Really? And here's the fucked up thing. I'm thinking, how bad could it be? They made him the stud, and I'm thinking I'm watching it. He doesn't actually get to bang out the other orca.
Like
no, dude, they don't. They fucking jerk him off. They're showing it. They got a dude and a chick jerking off this fucking huge. It had to be like 30 inches.
I think
it had to be like 30 inches, dude. It looked like a yardstick. It didn't even look like.
What it looked like was a Guatemalan forest worker's leg.
No, only the first. No. It actually looked like. It looked like, you want to know what it looked like? An octopus's tentacles.
Oh, shit.
Because it looked like the first bottom half looked like a big, stiff 14-foot dick.
And then
it started curling. And dude, they're massaging it and milking it into a bucket. Do you know the stress that's on this motherfucker?
How's that stress?
Well, the funny thing is people fucking
a
hand job, right?
Well, no.
Right?
There's depth to that.
They didn't even bring them in.
You go from
Asians.
Kidnapping to
Not to say that
cage to
Asians
foreign
I'm not trying
species
to
masturbate.
Yo, dude, they show it. They're just fucking tossing off this orca, and he's on his back. He's on his back. No, he just lays on his back with like an orca smile.
Quick question: How does the build up? Wait,
he's got like a little orca smile on his face.
How does the build up to the video happen? Does the orca willingly swim up and flip over and say slack it off?
That's what I'm wondering, because they don't
work?
show how they get him turned over and they actually start popping them off.
So is that another form of abuse on the orca?
Do they have like a little or a whistle? And he just comes up, flops over. And it was horrible though.
It's the Hunger Games whistle, actually.
It was curved at the end, like it was wrapping around the dude's arm.
Right.
So like when it was, I wonder, like I don't know how he knew it was gonna pop, but he would have to unwrap it and like point it into the fucking bucket. Very horrible experience to watch.
So there's a man in the world somewhere.
To watch.
There's a man in the world somewhere who's aware.
To a dude who's seen a lot of fucking things.
Okay,
and I'm just saying it was disturbing.
If you're swimming in a pool,
yes,
locked up your whole life,
and somebody comes through,
coming over and rubbing
I would like them to do that even if I'm not swimming in a pool. I would like right now somebody did that right fucking now.
Quick question. Hold on. The end result does not necessarily justify the means. How is it not horrible that there is a man out there who is aware of unwrapping a python orca dick at the moment it's about to ejaculate? When do you discover that skill that you know that?
I think there's something that builds up to it. You have to feel it tightening on your wrist.
When do you discover that skill is what I'm trying to figure out.
So how do you get to be the professional?
Yeah. When are you the orca masturbator?
I don't know, but the girl who got eaten, they said, she knew what she was doing. She was the best of the best. She was around for a while.
Right.
But they showed pretty much the whole thing. It just comes up, grabs her foot.
Before
it did that, though, it attacked some other dude that was like pulling him under the water. It's called Blackfish. It's really a good fucking flick, man.
And it's short.
You'll never go.
It's only like 50 minutes or so.
These motherfuckers. Because I saw Baby Shamu. I don't know. I was like 16 or fucking whatever. My godmother brought me to see fucking SeaWorld, and I thought it was awesome. I saw Baby Shamu. And what happened was I found out in the thing that when it was first born, it was fucking up the program. Like it was playing around too much, making the motherfucker up, fucking up when they would do tricks. It would like play around and it wasn't the timing. It was a baby.
Because it was doing what it naturally does.
It was doing what a fucking baby fucking anything does.
Basically, these orcas are converted circus bears. They're just in the water. Bears don't normally juggle and ride bikes.
It's so fucked up. Dude, so what they did to solve this problem was they removed Shamu from the mother. And the mother went into the corner and was like, it for days, for fucking days. This shit, and they're all going, we never heard a fucking whale ever make that fucking sound before. It's fucking weird. So what do? Do you think they bring the fucking baby back? No,
Nope.
Instead they bring these dudes in with recordings to record sounds that a baby that they never heard a whale make before. But I'm pretty sure if you fucking rip a baby from the mother, you'll hear that sound.
Well, considering mentally they're the second
female whales
smartest.
will come out and be like, oh, like, what's up? You okay? And she'll be like, get the fuck out of here! And they just jet back away, the poor fucking mother. I was almost in tears. Almost.
Well, considering they're the second.
Almost. Well, I've been desensitized.
Well,
know
no,
what I'm
here it
saying?
is.
So I don't cry
Considering
so
they're the
easy.
second smartest
Although
creature.
Mike Tyson makes me cry every time he speaks.
But I mean, think about it this way:
What's so fucking funny about that,
second
man?
smartest
I
creature
relate
in the
to him.
world, and they have studies out there that show clear psychological damage to mothers and children when they're separated unnecessarily, whether it may be a miscarriage or an infant
that's the
born.
thing. They take them and they put them with these other fish.
Well,
these other orcas.
How old was the little baby orca when they took it away?
It was a baby, man. It was a baby.
So we're talking
like,
a couple days after birth,
no, not
or
a couple
weeks?
days, but we're talking probably a couple months, probably because they were training it.
Well, I mean, think
so
about it.
was
Think
doing
about it
tricks with
realistically, how a mother would feel after having a 4-month-old baby in her arms that she carried, and you rip it away
Well,
from
here's
her.
another thing too that people
There's
don't
no way
realize
she's
that
gonna
I
react
didn't
well.
realize is that like they hang in herds. They're meant to be like
No,
they were
but-
showing them out there in the wild. They're coming up to boats, motherfuckers petting them.
Well,
So-
here's the thing. They're the smartest creature in the world for a couple things, and I've done some orca reading myself, and I found out a couple things. They're actually the smartest pack hunter on the face of the planet. Orcas.
Oh, yeah.
They've developed techniques, different herds of
They
orcas.
showed them fuck up that seal.
Well, here's the thing.
Where they were all
Seals
fucking up that seal,
jumping
dude.
on shore. No. But here's the
Yeah,
thing.
dude.
Well, here's the thing. That right there, what they show in that documentary, what they don't tell you, that is just one pod of orca. Every pod of orca has a different hunting technique, and they teach them to each other if they run into each other. And there's orca out there that have learned in the Antarctic that there's sea lions and walruses that hang out on floating ice. And what they'll do is they'll swim tandem towards the ice,
Knock it over.
They were showing that.
reach up and dive last second
Yeah.
so that they send
Flip
a
that
wave
motherfucker.
over and flip him off
Yes,
to eat him.
yes.
But aside from those orcas, what's the most impressive thing in the world? There is a video out there of a mother orca with pup in tail, 32-foot orca with pup in tail, off of the coast of California on Seal Island, where it is notorious. There are dozens of tagged great white shark that people go to watch, specifically jumping white sharks catch seals. This mother orca for a tourist boat went from below, did the exact same technique that white sharks do, rammed a white shark unconscious, flipped it upside down. If sharks are stationary, they die. They require constant forward motion to breathe. Flipped it upside down and held it there and played with it for 15 minutes till she killed it, showing it off to the people.
Well, you gotta give it
Ripped
props,
out
man.
its liver, ate it, and ran away. But what they found out was, one, the great white is not the king of the ocean. Two, coincidentally, the smell of dead shark scares the shit out of other sharks.
I know the smell
All
of
the
dead
other
shark would
sharks
scare the
that were
shit out of
satellite
me.
tagged left by 1,000 miles.
Leo,
for
you
2
leaving
weeks.
us, Leo?
Yeah, unfortunately, business call. I gotta head out.
Leo's every day he hustling. Yeah, you can sit over here. Come over here, baby.
Yeah,
Oh, your ass hurts. Come sit over here, Mark. Leo's leaving us, so let's bid him farewell. Love you, Papa. Yeah, so they were showing that how they were fucking up the seal. And what killed me is one chick is like, oh my god, please somebody stop him, and I'm like, oh yeah, so it shouldn't fucking eat. I mean, listen, that's the way it fucking
realistically,
goes.
I don't hear anybody saying, somebody please save the gazelle when the lion rips it to shreds.
I'm sure.
Same exact thing in the
I'm
ocean.
sure somebody would say that. Some fucking idiot would be like, "Oh my God, stop the fucking save the gazelle."
Yeah, just
Save-
pause the
stop.
circle of nature
But
and
to
the
sit
way
there while they're
everything
eating
works.
a fucking steak and do that shit, you know. Which, by the way, that's another thing I saw the other day. This thing on fucking Tyson. Tyson, like the ones who do the meat. Peace out, baby.
Yo, don't you
Tyson
think you're
chicken?
smoking fly,
Yeah,
right?
the
Oh,
ones-
Tyson chicken is a terrible.
They're horrible. They were showing them picking up baby pigs and slamming them on the floor.
Yeah.
Horrible, man. How can you do that to a fucking baby pig? How the fuck can you pick up that motherfucker
Any
who
animal.
does that shit needs to be fucking like,
Well, what it is it's industrial farming. Industrial farming is a miserable business.
dude. It's just all
There's a
fucked up.
documentary on Netflix that I watched about that too, and it's actually
Food Inc.
Food Inc. There we go, and It's very informative, but it's also very depressing. If you like meat, it might really mess it up for you. Factory farming is probably one of the worst things smart humans have developed so far.
I got my
Money maker, dude.
I got my chef.
It's
I got my chef
completely
Mark the
Mark,
Rat.
Yeah, Mark is our...
He makes happy cows, don't you, Mark?
No,
Supposedly.
no, we don't.
You lie to me? You lie to me?
they're not happy.
Oh, hold on. Let's clarify. By happy cow,
I mean, he's happy.
do
He's
not
dead.
mean-
Free roaming, grass eating, chilling.
Free roaming, grassy,
An
and
actual
doing
cow.
what cows
Yeah,
do.
just
not a
let 'em go.
cow
eating-
in a cage under the roof
eating
of
cow,
a 300,000 square foot building,
Eating other
In the
cows.
dark, you know?
next to 16,000 of his buddies.
Yeah.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, listen, dog, I'm not gonna go out and
tastes good,
kill a fucking cow. So, fuck it. What can I do? You gotta bless your food and wish for the best. Let's take another shot. We can't talk about bad food when we're drinking high strength rum from El Dorado. You can't fucking talk about
the
this
city
shit.
of
Eats
gold?
your inside, son. Here, let's take
I'm
another
taking
shot.
another
well,
shot.
the gold
You're not
is
taking
like
another
that.
Hell,
shot?
motherfucking no.
You're tapping out, dog.
I'm not
Let it be
I gotta
known,
drive him back.
Carlito has tapped out.
That's okay.
That's
That's
right.
good.
We'll take him one.
Good
Let's
man.
go. Good
try
man.
and
You gotta
change
know
it.
your limits.
Know my limits.
You gotta know your limits. Where are you, Polo? Polo.
I'm fucking eating,
Polo.
dude.
One more shot. One more
haven't-
shot. It's New Year's.
And I stopped
almost.
drinking.
It's New Year's weekend,
I
which
haven't
is
been
still.
drinking in months.
You also
almost
stopped
a year.
smoking, but you're
That's
doing
not
that.
true.
I thought you stopped.
I did. That's
Well,
true.
then, so what are you talking about?
But it's not true right now.
Oh, that was disgusting. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's the.
Oh, good for you.
Still
Good
is,
for
though.
you.
Oh
Is
my
it-
God, that can't be good for you.
Is it just me, or does the tip of your tongue forcefully curl?
I just feel like it makes my balls.
You feel
shrink.
that, right?
Yeah.
It's
horrible.
absolutely terrible.
That's
It's
real bad.
it's like drinking straight up fucking
I mean,
fire.
I use that.
It's gasoline, dude. It's gasoline.
You could probably drive your car on that shit.
Like I made coquito,
Coquito.
and I put that in it.
Coquito. See, you can't. It's hard to be gangster saying the word coquito.
But you're Puerto Rican, you know.
Coquito.
It's not my
It's
thing.
acceptable.
I mean,
It's
It's
acceptable.
acceptable. Be like, yo, what you do? So I was
made-
chilling with my
I made
boy,
your
drinking some
national
coquito,
Christmas- I made your
and
national
Well, I mean,
Christmas
realistically,
drink.
coquito
It's
may
not as
be
bad as asking for a latte, bro.
coquito may be a funny
I like
name, but it
mojito.
represents a gangster homemade liquor.
I like mojito.
I agree with that.
You know?
Flavored, it's flavored.
You know, I mean,
It's Christmas.
realistically, you know
It's
what?
Christmassy.
Coquito,
Yeah, dude.
coquito is a funny name for moonshine because that's what it really is.
Really?
Coquito is moonshine. I mean, you're making it at home. That's moonshine.
Well, no, you're just mixing it, bro. It's just all, you know.
So
all
it's a
this-
cocktail then.
So what'd you say? You said that doesn't sound gangster? Coquito?
Coquito. It's right there with
I don't know what it
mojito,
means, what it
coquito, mojito.
Well, neither does a Bloody Mary, but it's a fucking cocktail.
Fuck, I would never in my life.
I wouldn't
never
drink
drank
one.
a Bloody
I
Mary.
wouldn't drink
No,
one.
I don't like
You have?
tomato
Let me
juice.
let me
I don't like
clarify.
tomatoes.
Well, let me
Fuck a
clarify. Let me
tomato, son.
clarify.
You
I
don't
don't
like
drink
Fuck
Bloody
a
Marys.
tomato. I want it to be known right now. Fuck a tomato. And anyone who's gonna tell me, oh, you like ketchup, don't you? It's not the fucking same thing. It's a sauce. A tomato don't look like it's fucking done growing.
Hold on.
Tomato
It looks like.
sauce?
Hold on a second.
I'll eat tomato sauce, but it's not the same shit. Oh, come on.
On behalf
I'm
of
just saying.
No,
you know,
I'll
I'm-
eat spaghetti. I'll eat
With
spaghetti
sauce
sauce.
on it. Okay,
yes,
that's dope.
but I will not eat tomatoes. I don't give a fuck.
Raw
Not even for you.
tomatoes.
Not even
Well,
for
you know
baby.
what?
That's
Honestly-
you have, but that's okay.
I've ate a piece of tomato.
Absolutely,
I think-
you've ate salsa and shit like that in my house.
With chunks of tomatoes.
Now, I like to say that.
Well, here's the thing.
Salsa.
I
It
come
wasn't
from a
chunks of
place
tomato,
where they grow
and even when
tomatoes
I
in the
eat a
mountains.
salsa,
Delicious.
I got them cut them small for G.
Yeah, small, real small. Yeah. If it's less than 1 centimeter
What?
cube squares, he can do it.
See, now-
when my son was like 4, I got cut him and hide the food.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm just
like
glad.
disguise it with other things, color it up,
I'm
jazz
just
it
glad
up, a
you
little lemon, a
recognize
little
that-
cilantro. He won't taste it.
Oh, fuck you both, man.
Well, no,
But I
realistically, I've eaten tomatoes just as a tomato with just a
I can't
sprinkle of
buy-
salt.
See?
No,
See?
well, it depends on where they're from. I won't
But
do it
I'll-
here. I
I'll
won't do it
eat
here.
tomatoes.
But
You
when
won't do
I
it
go
here
back
in my
home,
room, not at all. I can't
well,
watch
no.
it.
Well, here's what it is.
Mozzarella,
When I
shit
go
like
back
that.
home, when I go back home to Eastern Europe, the tomatoes themselves are
You saw you had to do that.
completely
When I
different.
go back home to Eastern
Pauses.
Europe.
Well,
You
no,
said
where I'm
to
from.
Eastern Europe.
Because
Where I'm from.
realistically, in different parts of the world, the tomatoes aren't the same.
And where are you from?
From Eastern Europe. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So what I'm trying to
Allegedly.
say is when you go back home, the tomatoes aren't
motherfucker.
nearly as juicy.
I got
We're not
warrants,
getting
motherfucker.
into a GMO conversation yet, but tomatoes
no,
generically
yeah.
are spliced with
Oh,
fish genes
forget
so that
about
they can be juicier and
Dude,
weigh more
so-
by the pound on a
Yeah,
scale.
let's not even get into that.
And the juicy
That's
tomato
another
is
show.
not a
That's another
tomato
show.
that we need in our lives.
No.
It's the meat in the tomato that a tomato eater seeks.
There's meat and tomato.
The bulk
Tomato
of
meat.
when you, for example,
Tomato
when-
meat?
For example, when you
That's
eat
like what,
when
white
you eat an
chocolate?
apple, do you eat
Fuck
an
you
apple
and
for the
tomato meat.
core or do you eat an apple?
Right,
You
for
just throw
the
the core
flesh.
away.
Do I eat an apple for the court?
Flesh.
Motherfucker, you getting all
Flesh.
fucking Jedi mind on me?
Well,
What
it's
the fuck are you
another
talking about?
fruit. A tomato's a fruit that you're not aware of.
No,
Or
I
you
do
might
know
be.
tomatoes are fruit, and I also know why it's sometimes a vowel. But let me tell you
Tomato.
something. I'll just tell you, tomatoes as a tomato, like you eat it, you'll throw some salt on there, bite right into that shit.
The meaty ones, not the
do it.
juicy ones.
The meaty
Yo,
ones.
you gotta try. You
There's no
gotta
meat
try.
in a fucking tomato.
Well, you know what? When we go on our world tour, you're gonna eat some tomatoes, and your opinion will be changed. I'm pretty sure.
Wild tomatoes.
Some
Where are the
wild-
wild tomatoes at?
Well, not necessarily
I
wild
got a
tomatoes.
question.
They're
Are
grown
the
all over
wild
the place.
tomatoes black?
No, they're red.
But don't,
I'm just
not
asking
all.
because
Not
usually
just
all.
whenever
have-
anything's
no, some are
black,
yellow,
they
some
call
are
it
green.
wild.
They got some green
Or,
tomatoes,
you know,
bright yellows.
crazy, you know, such shit.
Yeah, I've seen some purplish with like
Absolutely.
eggplant looking
Yep,
longer.
When did this become about yous? When did this fucking podcast become about yous? This in here, they're not even looking at me anymore. What the
It's
fuck
actually
happened over here?
tomatoes.
And about tomatoes too, they were so into it.
No,
Can't
well,
talk food around
I'm
Mark.
still not drinking a Bloody Mary.
Bloody
neither.
Marys are fucking
Still
disgusting.
not doing it.
It's a vaginal drink.
Colorado.
It's for fucking women.
Colorado has fell off. That was the
Is that what
original
we gonna
topic.
talk
Thank
about?
you, Carlito, for bringing us back.
I just had to sit
Carl,
and
you
watch.
said one
I didn't-
fucking thing.
Yeah,
This whole podcast.
I was just sitting and watching, just listening, and I just realized.
Colorado.
Told me that pretty close. man. You start
Carlito,
licking it like
Carlito
it-
to
like-
us
like
is the
a-
black chick to Howard
that what it
Stern.
looks
She
like.
checks them when they go too far.
By the way,
What's her name?
We
What's
have
her
no
name again?
checking. My attitude is if I read it on the internet, it's got to be fucking real.
Like
It's
the
gotta be
Daily
true.
Coran's article on 29 deaths on January 1st
Whoa,
on the
whoa,
first day
whoa.
of Colorado legalization. Colorado.
Colorado. What the fuck was that? Something just went off on the phone. So yeah, man. I just.
Upgrade.
So anyway, getting back to one thing that I want to say about the blackfish thing real quick because I brought it up. My daughter was actually really upset about it, and she wants to find ways to help out Talakim or Tequila or whatever the fuck his name is, because although he killed that chick, he's still fucking working. See? That's the thing
He's
right
still
there.
a slave.
You see how we did that? You see how we left that whole thing and then came right back to it?
Yes, sir.
Because that's it's not
Who's
the
this?
memory that gets lost by me. It's the short-term memory.
Short term.
I eventually remember what the fuck we were talking
Yes,
about,
sir.
and I'll go back.
Well, this is what affects short term.
That
Right?
does it affect
Well,
short-term
that's what
memory?
that's what it's known for.
That's what. Well, it's also
Nothing
known,
else.
I read
No
an article
deaths,
the other
no
day.
cancers, no
I read
nothing
an
else.
article the other day that the fucking Post. I stopped reading it after this
First
fucking
off,
article.
let's just say we do not sponsor that bullshit tabloid newspaper.
What, the Post?
Yes, sir.
I
That
used
is
to
the
like reading
bottom
it.
echelon
Listen,
of
I want to say
newspapers.
one thing. Listen, I don't advocate smoking weed or drinking. I just do it. I don't advocate it. I don't want anyone to do what I'm doing because, then you might get the last fucking bag and that was, meant to be mine. You might be right in front of me.
And we'd be upset.
And I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be like, fuck,
Well,
go,
not
go
necessarily.
straight. Not being you, of course, but I'm just saying. So we don't advocate the shit we do. Don't think that I'm promoting, drinking 151 proof nasty rum or smoking blunts while you do podcasts. I'm not advocating that. It's just what we do. So I forgot what I was going to say. See, that short-term memory.
The whale still working. Your daughter.
Oh, so my daughter was upset about the whole fucking thing. And,
What does she wanna do, though?
She
Here we
wants
go.
to find a way to free his ass, throw his ass back in
Hey,
the ocean.
you know
and
what?
fucking free him.
Tell
I
your
told her make
daughter-
shirt.
People like
I
boys-
told her
Tell-
to do.
tell your
I told her
daughter-
to do like they do with hip hop. Make a shirt, and get fucking Miley Cyrus to wear it. That says
Here's the
like
thing,
free
here's the thing.
fucking
Are they boycotting
Talakim.
SeaWorld now?
No,
They
here's the
should.
thing. No.
We should
One,
boycott
aside,
SeaWorld.
Aside
Fuck
from a boycott
SeaWorld.
of SeaWorld,
And
I'm pretty
fucking
sure
Ringling Brothers.
across the
And
spectrum
fucking, while we're at it, Ringling fucking Brothers. Okay?
for the Animal Act.
Yeah!
Although the Dog Act is quite lovely, I've seen it.
Dogs,
It's awesome.
Listen, you can make dogs do whatever. I don't give a fuck. Throw peanut butter on your dick, make it lick it. I don't give a shit. They're fucking dogs. They love you.
Man's best friend.
I want to get a dog. I want to get a female dog. So when I come home, there's a female waiting for me that goes,
Only
"Oh my God,
creature."
G! Oh my God, it's so good to see you. I didn't know when you were gonna come home. I didn't even know you were gone forever. I don't know how long it was. I don't know. I want that.
Well, that's your bitch.
I fucking want
That's
that.
why they're called
And,
bitches.
and my
'cause
boy,
they
my boy
are your
Lou's
bitch.
fucking pit just had puppies, and I'm thinking to take.
We've heard
one.
about that.
Nah, dude, that's like a 2-year-old for
I shouldn't get it.
the next 15 years, bro.
You don't think I
gotta
should get
feed
it?
You can't leave. Who's gonna watch it?
Who's gonna watch it? Yeah,
Who's
that's
Where am I
TikTok?
going?
You gotta buy, dude.
Hey,
Listen, I'm
Rustin
doing the
Blues,
fucking
Rustin
podcast
Blues
in my living room.
podcast.
Truth of
Where
the
the
matter
fuck
is, you
am I
gotta buy-
going?
you gotta buy a
we,
cage for when
we
you're out.
rehearse in my
Yes.
living room.
Not necessarily.
We're doing a
You need a good dog.
podcast from my living room.
No, it's good training.
You know
no,
what
no,
I'm
no, no,
saying?
no. All the
Right,
best
right,
dogs.
right.
Hold on. All the best dogs in the world
You got a nice
are
backyard,
due to
though.
one thing.
I got a great
Not
backyard.
genetics. It doesn't matter where the dog came from.
Doggo.
All the best dogs in the world are up to the owner.
Argentinian.
Dogo
Dogo,
Argentino,
yeah.
very nice.
Oh, beautiful.
But here's the thing.
So what
it
are you
doesn't
saying? It's
matter
up to the
what
owner?
dog. It's a 100%
So you're saying
owner
my
fault.
dog is gonna be a gorgeous looking fucking dog that's
Kind of dog
And
you
funny
get.
as fuck. Probably
funny.
play a guitar
It's gonna be
shitty, but funny as fuck.
It don't play a guitar shitty. It just barely
Gucci
plays
a guitar like a champion, dude. I
Does
thought
it?
Gucci was Carlos Santana the other day. I was listening outside. I was like, it's serenading me with love right now.
Gucci is
I
called
cried,
for, by the way,
and
my
my tear
guitarist.
froze
Just
in the
kidding.
14-degree New York City weather. It was beautiful. It was
Gucci-
absolutely beautiful.
I
Gucci is
highly
a
doubt that.
fucking-
She's a beast.
Gucci is a beast, by the way.
I mean,
who scares the
put
shit
it this
out
way.
of me.
Put it
And
this
she-
way.
she's never gonna
She's-
get laid
you know,
with
She
that
scares the
attitude.
neighbors.
With how her chest and bicep muscles are, she does play like an angry guitarist, very hard on the
Gucci's
strings.
what's
But she's a
fucked
good
up is
guitarist.
I think Gucci's angry because there's not a fucking people out there that'll fuck her because she's just an
Yet.
animal.
She's an alpha. What do you want?
She's
No,
an-
no, she needs
no.
a big, mean man pit bull to
The
fuck
problem
her.
is
She
is
doesn't
that-
need no pussy pit bull. She doesn't need no border collie. She needs a jacked up Rottweiler come and tell her, Gucci, you my bitch. And Gucci will be happy.
Oh, my daughter just texted me. Shout out to my daughter Jasmine. She said, "Love you too, Dad." And she said the cable people are calling me about the bill. See, you gotta love my
It
kids.
kicks in
They
when it
don't-
needs to.
They don't ever fucking get in touch with me unless it's a bill. They need to be
Did it
picked
really
up.
say, "I love you" first?
And yeah, no, it said I'll give you the exact fucking text that she gave me.
Favor is the word.
She said to me because I texted her out of nowhere. This is the kind of father I am. Before we started the podcast, I texted my daughter, "I love you, Jazz." Her name is Jasmine. I call her Jazz. She texted me back. That was at 12:51, by the way. All right? I texted my daughter at 12:51, "I love you, Jazz." She texted me back at 3:03. 3:03.
2 hours.
3:03.
And
She
we've
texted me
had this
back.
discussion about missed calls
There's no.
in 2014.
Hold on. Kill that. We'll go there. Hold on. So she texted me back at 3:03 and says, "Love you too. Oh, and Dad, the cable people are calling me about the bill." Okay? All right? 3:03. So what is that call all about? Well, anyway, once again, this is the first podcast of what I hope to be many. Rated G with Gary Garcia. Everybody calls me G and the Rustin Blues Rat Pack. Take care, man. God bless, and you can't unhear things.
Thank you.